Who am I? And who do I want to be? I asked myself these questions a few months ago, and I expected answers to come naturally. I can vividly remember sitting in my room. It was a late evening, and my tea had gone cold. The blue light of my laptop hit my face as I was finishing my homework. I felt confident, since I could already answer my homework questions. But then, this simple question, who am I, caught me totally off guard. To my surprise, there was a long, heavy silence. It was a terrifying realization. I was a stranger living in my own body. I spent weeks contemplating this. How does one become a stranger to themselves? I looked back at my life, searching for the exact moment I lost myself. It was not just a realization. I could feel how disconnected I was from myself. I did not know who I was. I later realized that when I was a child, I did not have this problem. I knew exactly who I was because I was constantly engaged with the world around me. Like every other preschooler, I asked up to 300 questions a day. And every question was fueling the other in an endless sequence. Between the ages of 4 and 5, we are all at our peak. Our brains are in extremely connected and expansive mode. We view things without assumptions, but rather explore everything. The physicist Neil deGrasse Tyson says young children are born scientists. Think about a 4-year-old at a park. They don't just walk on the grass. They want to know why it's green, why the worms live underneath it, and if they can eat them. They are messy, relentless scientists. After a phase full of investigation, we enter a system where the goal shifts. As an educator, Tony Wagner says, we have defined the goal of schooling as having more right answers than the person sitting next to you. Think back to that feeling in the classroom. The heavy silence when a teacher asks a question. That subtle fear and pressure in your chest as you raise your hand just because you're terrified of being wrong. From then on, we start answering questions just for the sake of getting them right. We transition from 300 to 30 questions a day. Here's another scenario. Mom, why is the sky blue? I don't know. But why don't you know? I said I don't. Now stop asking these stupid questions and go do your homework. We learn very early that wondering is a waste of time, but finishing a worksheet is a priority. We learn that I don't know is a dead end rather than an opportunity. I think that as we grow older, questions are not welcome anymore. The constant response to a 5-year-old's questions is, stop being annoying, or because I said so. From an early age, our curiosity begins to be silenced. I think of it as a factory where curiosity begins to feel like a defect. In this factory, we are all products. As a result, our unique edges are trimmed off until we fit the right measurements, the standards that the society requires of us. Eventually, in my science class, I stopped asking why, and I started asking, will this be on the test? I have continuously traded my curiosity for a GPA and excellent grades. I realized that for years, my curiosity did not vanish. I just learned to silence it. I became an expert at retrieving right answers for others while ignoring the questions that mattered to me and shaped me. I stopped asking about what I liked or who I was becoming. As you can imagine, it took a while to answer those major questions. But I had to start with baby steps. I started asking questions such as, do I eat healthy because I enjoy it, or because I'm trying to fit in the trend of eating healthy? Am I performing a character, or am I just being myself? I started collecting these small but truly important answers like scattered pieces to a jigsaw puzzle. I started asking, why do I wear these clothes? Why am I afraid of this particular type of failure? By navigating these basic questions, the big answer to the big question, who am I, started to form itself naturally. Curiosity is like a muscle. As we stop questioning, our curiosity does not disappear. It shrinks in size and hides. We can regain our curiosity by simply starting to train it, just like our muscles. One of the traps of adulthood, says me at 16 years old, is to think we have almost finished the book of us. The plot is set, the ending is predictable. But in reality, no matter how many chapters are behind us, we're still holding the pen, eager to write the next page, the next chapter. You may wonder about the answers to the questions I asked at the very beginning of my talk. Who am I and who do I want to be? You may expect a noun, a label, or just a final answer. But I'm here to tell you another discovery I made. I am not an answer to be found. I am the series of questions I'm brave enough to ask. Whether it is, what ice cream flavor do I like? Or who do I stand for? All of these questions that my curiosity has filled make up my true identity. And my true identity does not have a textbook proven right answer. So, today, I'm not asking you to go home and solve your life. I'm simply asking you to look for that 5-year-old who's still inside you, waiting to ask their 100 questions. Ask the question that doesn't help your grades. Ask the question that won't be on the test. Ask the question you've been avoiding because it feels unproductive or pointless. Because maybe, just maybe, the real way to discover who we are is to start asking the questions again. Thank you.